As the seagull slowly makes its way across the Pembroke grass, pecking at worms for dinner. It's a dismal day. Already in Merion, the Silver Foxes game has been called. Dale has been down here. All we're waiting on now is the second umpire. There's the first umpire taking shelter. He knows it's as good as done. However, regulations these days say both umpires have to be there. So that's what we're waiting for to call this game off. Women's seconds today. Playing cricket. Playing somebody. Oh, North Kildare. North Kildare. Who have had to travel in what would be excruciating traffic. Dublin traffic coming to an absolute standstill with this weather. So even if they do make it, they may have a journey reminiscent of our own heat detectors on Sunday when he got trapped by the women's mini marathon. He may next year decide to leave his car outside the route and walk to get it. So as you can see, the birds are enjoying an early evening feast of worms. The rain has been coming down as evidenced by that pole. And the picnic tables, well, not too many picnics tonight. And our groundsman, who's waiting for the second umpire, he's just taking a moment. Catch up on his admin. Plants are coming along nicely anyway. Look at the quality of that picture. That's how far we zoom in on this. Anyway, leave him alone.
Oh, I am now.
He's doing private stuff. There's the view going down Cyril's Way, and as you can see, not a solitary person. In fact, there's only the four of us on the ground at the moment.
Certainly seems that way.
Niall, myself, Dale, and an errant umpire. There are more birds here than there is people. More birds playing than there is people playing. Cricket certainly well down the list today. You can see Niall's been showing you the square and the such like. Puddles starting to form where the pipes are releasing water and where the bowler's footprints.
The footholds on the other pitch.
Oh, there's one there you can see is developing into a puddle just at the end of that pipe hose. But the pitch is over to the left where the footmarks of Mark Berry, Byron McDonough, Dan Murray, Luke Murray come pounding in. And slowly but surely they start digging little holes. I suppose bowler limitations these days. There used to be a time when you'd have very definite footsteps because the same bowler had bowled for 23 or 25 overs. Junior training seems to be off as well. I've seen WhatsApp messages flying left, right and centre. All I can say is, lads, it's only a bit of water and you're only training. Captain of the first 11, Shauna Kavanagh, is now on the ground. That makes 5 of us. Keep going at this rate, we'll be able to put together a 6-a-side football team. I'm going in goal. So with the clouds somewhat higher now, the rain somewhat less frequent. If it, well, yeah, there's still drizzle there. It's still coming down. The chances of play today fairly slim. Meant to be a whole load of cricket on tonight, and I don't think any of it's going to get played. Remember last year we were the only club in Dublin, including Railway across the road, who got a full game in. And then the following week we went down to Cork, or sorry, the team went down to Cork, and that was the only game played in the Leinster Leagues. 2 weeks in a row, and those 2 wins made such a difference at the end of the season. It came down to that thriller in Anglesey Road.
Last year's thriller.
Last year's thriller, yeah. There have been a few. Well, we appear to have 2 umpires now. Let's see now. Business Houses League was meant to be on tonight. Railway Women playing Leinster Thirds. North County under 11s playing Balbriggan. Under 11s. Be a bit unfair otherwise. So yeah, just the 2 games scheduled in Division 2. As I say, North Kildare having to make the long journey in from the N4. Or was it? Yeah, the N4. Journey that Graham Mooney would have made on more than one occasion, I suspect. The umpire's going through an inspection. I suppose they know they're on film.
At the footholds of the pitch beside.
They know they're on film, so they'd better do something.
They don't know they're on film.
20-6. Well early for this game. Umpire's now heading off to the far corner. I don't know why they think that's particularly noteworthy. What you actually want in these circumstances is the umpire to actually slip over. That has to be an instant game finisher, doesn't it? No, with me in the commentary box today, as we shelter under the gazebo. No wind tonight. Could have done with it today. It would have blown these clouds away, but the clouds are moving fast enough at the higher levels. It's the ones that are ready to rain we're having trouble with. Well, this will bring an end to a streak of Saturday, Sunday, Monday, Tuesday. We have a game tomorrow. Nothing on Friday, unless
A whole day off.
unless Mason Curran decide they want their summer barbecue filmed for legal reasons, perhaps. And then on Saturday, Pembroke will be playing Leinster in the league. And whilst we're talking about Leinster, and indeed we were last night when the seconds played Leinster in the Slane Cup, and there's a handshake for the new umpire, handshake for the other umpire, and I think that might actually be an official calling. It might be official hello. We'll wait and see. There's head shaking and agreeing with the head shaking and pointing in various areas and such like. I think they'll be willing to be guided by Dale. I did the umpiring course, past level 1. Got the second highest marks. And I did a few games, did a season of umpiring, and it's good fun. It's a great place to watch the game from. You're involved all the time. A little less talking than happens here. But I believe the rates now are quite decent for match fees. Certainly, judging by the invoices the club get. But great to see umpires, and if you out there fancy becoming an umpire, I was asked if I wanted to do it on a more full-time basis. I said, well, when my eyesight's gone and my hearing's gone and I can't play cricket anymore, that's when I'll become an umpire. Instead, I've made the transition to sitting on my bottom and talking about cricket. Not doing much for my fitness. And to be honest, not really expanding my vocab. So, groundsmen and umpires still in discussion. We've had no definite word. Nobody's decided to turn and head for the C1 or the dart.
I'm too polite to drop the covers and crank up the Dougals.
Yeah, we don't need to hear that, I don't think. I did it the other day when Pembroke were having a team talk. We weren't even live or anything, but the system was up and running, sort of thing. And I just wanted to hear what was being said in the circle. Just turn the Dougals right up. It was good. It was good. It was certainly better than mine "We shall fight them on the beaches" speech. Do you remember the film Any Given Sunday?
I remember the name.
Al Pacino plays an American football coach. It's kind of like the same plot as Major League, but different. And as the rain is now starting to come down just a little bit heavier.
You'll give the game away when the gazebo front goes up.
Yeah, at the moment, Niall willing to, the rain coming in the right direction, that he can show you the discussion. But if it wasn't off before, surely it's off now. I suppose one thing about being a groundsman, you don't mind the weather. It's not far off being a farmer, is it? It's just a hipster farmer is a cricket groundsman. It's like now you used to be pleased if you saw a first division game in England where there was grass, some grass on the pitch come the end of the season. Now it's who could make the prettiest picture out of bending grass stalks, diamonds and squares and circles and the such like. Cricket's just as bad for it. But you can make an outfield look very manicured. Well, the rain is coming down. There is only one cloud in the sky. I say sky, I'm just guessing there's a sky up over that cloud. It could be just a column of water, and it seems to be. For every shower there grows a flower, in which case we've just done a... What's the name of that company that used to send flowers? Interflora. Biggest chain of independents. Well, they're finally walking off to the side now. Both umpires with their heads covered. Long trousers. Dale, in what I can only guess is a very wet sweatshirt now. And Dale's heading to his van. He's on the phone immediately. And the North Kildare girls can now turn their cars around. They're probably just coming over the Sydney.
Dale?
There we go. There's the signal from Dale. It is now officially off. Well, there's only 3 of us online. But we're up to date with the news, that's for sure. So as the umpires head back to the safety and the dryness, I don't know why, they're wet enough already, of the pavilion, the covers stand doing their job.
Get their bags.
Dale is leaping into his car, and that will leave the 2 of us here now.
And of course it's getting heavier again.
And now we have to take all this stuff down. Anyway, for those of you who did tune in for an update, the women's seconds game against North Kildare's first 11 has been called off due to the weather conditions, i.e. it is lashing. And given its proximity, you can understand why the Silver Foxes game in Anglesey Road this evening has also been called off. No cricket, and I suspect no cricket anywhere in the province. Another seagull enjoying Dale's work. It's amazing. Your camera is so good that you can see individual blades of grass, even at that distance. I mean, what sort of zoom is that now?
Might be 20. It's not massive. It's enough.
It's big enough. Looks almost threatening there. It certainly has the look of a bouncer who skipped leg day. Well, you have to say that the seagull has been very observant of Dale's signs. I also think the pickings are probably better for him not on the part that gets rolled and compacted. No, he's just wandering around the ground. Oh, gotcha. Ah, there's an electric car pulling into the car park. I tell you, it's not Graham Mooney.
Who didn't get the message in time?
I suspect Graham's one who may have tuned in, to be honest.
I thought I was going to be letting them go on a last short shot of seagull. Shall we let them go?
I think we should. At this stage, they're looking at the same pictures with the same rain, with the same result. No cricket today. We hope that you have alternative plans for this evening, but will return to us again tomorrow. Another women's game,
Weather permitting.
weather permitting.
Twos Clontarf.
Oh, that'd be an interesting one.
Fixed.
Twos and Clontarf. Wouldn't be on
Last
your
game washed out.
wouldn't be on your fixture lists, those I've sent out. Should you wish a copy of the Pembroke fixture list, it's available online at Cricket Leinster, but I have a Word document if people want that. Just drop me a line or a note or a DM or carrier pigeon, and I shall endeavour to get that fixture list to you, and then you can start picking and choosing which games you are free for. Simon has all the windows shut, and that seems to be an apt way to finish up and wrap up this evening's broadcast. The weather wins, and we get our evening. Thanks for joining us. Until tomorrow, weather permitting, or Saturday, good
Weather
night.
permitting.